Lois Boisson stood in the center of court. Philippe Chatrier, her eyes wide with disbelief, sweat still dripping down her brow, as the roars of a French crowd washed over her like a tidal wave. She had just achieved what most thought impossible. World No. 3 Jessica Pegula was out of Roland Garros, beaten by the unseeded 22-year-old from France in a rollercoaster 3-set battle that left fans breathless. The match had all the makings of a fairy tale. A local underdog, a top-seeded star, a packed crowd feeding off every point, every mistake, every scream of frustration and every triumphant fist pump. And in the end, Boisson stood tall, victorious. "I'm not quite sure what to say," she said, voice trembling, eyes glistening. "But playing on this court, with this atmosphere, it was amazing. Thank you, truly. It was more than a win. It was a moment, a seismic shock to the women's draw and a celebration of everything Roland Garros stands for: grit, emotion, and the unpredictable magic of Parisian clay." Boisson had started the match nervously. Pegula took the first set 6-3, her clean hitting and consistency seeming to remind everyone why she's one of the most feared players on tour. But Boisson didn't buckle. She reset. She adjusted. And she started to swing freely. The second set saw her dig in, mixing courage with clever tactics. She dragged Pegula into long rallies, disrupted her rhythm, and fed off the crowd. Every forehand winner was a spark, every service hold a declaration that she belonged on that court. She took the second set 6-4. The third was pure drama. Momentum shifted like sand through fingers. Pegula looked to regain control, but Boisson's belief had hardened. She chased down balls that had no business coming back. She played with fire. She played like someone with nothing to lose and everything to gain. Breaks were exchanged. The tension suffocated. But when Boisson finally clinched the last point, dropping her racket in disbelief, the eruption from the stands shook the stadium. This was not just another upset. This was history. At 22, Lois Boisson became the third youngest French woman in the Open era to reach the Roland Garros quarterfinals. Only Mary Pierce in 1994 and Brigitte Simon in 1978 were younger. But it's not just her age that stuns statisticians and fans, it's her ranking. Ranked 361 in the world, Boisson is the lowest-ranked woman to reach a Grand Slam quarterfinal since Kaya Kanepi in 2017, who was ranked 418. At Roland Garros, no one ranked lower has reached this stage in over 40 years. This wasn't just a performance, it was a statement. She's not here to make up the numbers. She's not a lucky draw. She's not a fluke. Lois Boisson is a name we'll be hearing more of. Before this match, her path through the tournament had been under the radar. A few solid wins, a whisper of potential. But this changed everything. Overnight, she went from promising prospect to front-page phenomenon. The French media will feast on this moment. A homegrown hero, igniting the courts of Paris with courage and charisma. The parallels will be drawn. The stories will be written. The pressure will mount. But for now, Boisson was allowed to revel in the moment. "I knew before the match there was a chance," she said with a laugh, "but I also knew it would be very, very tough. I gave it my all. In the end, I won." It's incredible. It really is. Because Boisson didn't just beat a higher-ranked opponent. She took down a titan of the game, in front of thousands, under the weight of expectation, under the lights of one of the sport's grandest stages. That takes more than talent. That takes steel. And perhaps what was most thrilling wasn't just the victory, it was the way she did it. She played with heart. She played with flair. She played the kind of tennis that makes you stand up and cheer even if you didn't know her name an hour ago. Now, the world knows it. Her family, her coaches, and even French tennis legends will look on with pride. What Boisson has done is crack open the doors of opportunity, and shown that French women's tennis has another future star to rally behind. In a tournament already filled with twists and turns, Boisson's story rises above the rest. From outside the top 350 to the final 8 of a slam, she's blazing a trail few expected and even fewer believed possible. There's still more tennis to play. The draw doesn't get any easier. Every match from here is a mountain. But no one's doubting her anymore. She's not afraid of the stage. She's not afraid of the